Hey, everyone. I'm wearing my angel shirt this time. Anyways, so there's something I just wanted to say really, really quick. This will be one of my quicker updates. Anyways, so I just wanted to say something. Everybody's looking for these little ways to validate that we're manifesting. And I wanted to say some of us have gotten these along the years and we didn't even know that we were getting them, or validation from our guides or higher ups or ancestors, angels, however, higher self, however, God, however you would like to state that. I've always asked for validation when I've had a really tough time in life. Some of you might have watched my recent video that I did discussing my son who had lost his voice due to regressive autism and how lucky I was to get that back and how proud of him I am. And I shared with you some of his poems that he wrote recently. But I just wanted to share with you, if you look back at your life, you might have received validation all along the way and just not really known it. Some of us got these aha moments, I would say, along the way. And I just wanted to share one of mine with you super, super quick. So if anybody were to look all over my house, you would see angel stuff everywhere. Like I have a giant angel wing tattoo on my back. I have angel stuff on my walls. In fact, my ex-husband, the only spontaneous gift that he ever got me, and we were together over a decade, I gave him 2 children, but he's a lovely man. No, he's a good guy. I'm not kidding. We actually get along quite well. But the only spontaneous gift that he ever gave me, once he was driving down the side of the road, and some guy was selling pictures, and he stopped and got me this picture because he said it reminded him of me. He said, I saw it as I was driving down the freeway, and I had to turn around and go back and get it for you. And like I said, it's the only spontaneous gift that he ever got me. Would you like to see what it is? Let me see if I can bring you with me to show you. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, hold on. I'm tangled. Hold on. Let me see. I'm seeing if I'm trying to... I'm terrible at space perception. Okay. See that? Is that picture on the wall? I'm really terrible at that. But I'm trying to show you. Can you see that? Anyways, he said he saw it and it just looked like me. So he had to go back and get it. I know you can't see it very clearly. I'll try and get a picture later for you. That's the best I can do at the moment. But my point is that if we go back and look at our lives, some of us have always known that there is something a little different. And even those around us who were unawake, maybe, or unconscious, maybe always kind of knew a little bit too, even though they didn't really know what they knew. Sorry. I shouldn't have messed with it. But anyways, I just wanted to share you one of my aha moments that I knew that there was a connection. I knew there was a way to have a higher divine intelligence hear us. Whether that's us manifesting it, whether that's God or your higher self or angels or however you'd like to put that. Everybody has a different belief on that. So I just wanted to share you mine. At one of the worst moments of my life, I was picking up Matchbox cars. There was 82. I counted later that, I counted that night. There was 82 of them. And I was picking them up and the boys were very little. They were in bed. And my oldest, who I was just discussing, I was regressive autistic, he was what I call in the darkness at that moment. He was very, very sick at that moment. And I was doing all of these things that I was being blasted on by our medical community that, they were saying you're going to end up hurting him worse. You're crazy. What you're doing is never going to work. You will have the blood of all the other children who come behind you on your hands, because I was trying to help other parents, because I was seeing progress in my son. So it was working what I was doing. But as I was cleaning up these Matchbox cars one night, I remember sobbing. My ex-husband and I had just split. My boys were very little. I had an infant and a very sick child on my hands. My oldest, who was the sick one, was not quite 3 yet. And as I was picking up these cars, I remember crying to God or my angels or higher self, whatever you want to say. And I remember saying, I need a tangible sign. I need something I can hold in my hand and know that I am on the right path, and know that what I am doing, I don't want to get emotional, it's such an emotional subject for me though, and know that what I'm doing is not going to hurt him worse. I have to know that. I can't live without that. I have to have that. It's non-negotiable for me. And so at that moment, I had one of the Matchbox cars in my hand, and I heard this voice in my head say, open your hand and look. And I did. And it was just, try not to get emotional. It was just one of those moments where you just know. Like every hair on my body went up. That's what I call my truth teller. But yeah, every hair on my body went up and I just got chills everywhere. And I just knew that was the sign. I asked for a tangible sign. I specifically said something I can hold in my hand. And God said to me, open your hand. And this is what was in my hand. So I just want to show you. Now, this, oh gosh, I have a terrible, it's not HD. But what this is it's a little Matchbox car. God, I wish you could see this closely. It's so blurry. That's so shitty. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so what you're seeing is an angel wing on the little truck, right? But what you can't see, because this camera sucks so bad, but what you can't see because it's out of focus, and it sucks so bad, maybe if I take it back just a little bit, but what this little truck actually says is it says right here below the window, right there, you'll see it says, if you can get focused on that, it says Tony and Noah's Auto Body Repair. And then it's got angel wings all over it. If you were to look in my house, you would see angel stuff everywhere. I've always collected angel stuff. It's just always been me, right? And my name is Tony. My son's name is Noah. True fact. The one that was sick, that I was asking about. See, it makes me tear up right now, even just talking about it. What more validation did I need? I said, give me something tangible that I can hold in my hand. Not only did I get, and let me just preface, like I said, I counted all 82 cars after this. Not one of the other 82 cars that I was picking up at that moment, because they had thrown all my little cars all over the floor and I was cleaning them up when I had that moment. Not one of them had writing on it. Not a single one. This was the only effing one. And what are the chances that not only did it have writing on it, but it had both me and my son's name and angel wings all over it? That's not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. If you say it's a coincidence, you're full of shit, because it's not. There's no, the odds would be billions to one. I mean, given all of those varied circumstances, that I asked for something tangible in my hand, that it's got me and my son's name on it, that's got angel wings all over it, right? And guess what? They were right. What I did for my son worked beautifully. So my point is that sometimes, whether it's manifestation or whether it's our guides trying to communicate with us, this has been going on a lot longer than just now. So maybe start looking back at your life and start asking, when did I receive some validation? When was my aha moment? Just something short and sweet to leave you with. So very much loved you all. Be the change you want to see. Look for your own moments wherever you go. Ask for them if you need them. Ask and you shall receive. So very much loved you all. Be kind and compassionate to everybody you meet. Until I see you again, be your own angel and be an angel to everybody else. Love you.